Hello, my name is Dan Sullivan, and I serve as the President CEO for the Grand River Dam Authority. As GRDA begins this process to relicense its Pensacola project with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, we would like to share with you some key components of that process and insight on our agency. Our agency is committed to what we call the 5 E's of excellence: electricity, economic development, environmental stewardship, employees, and efficiency. We developed the 5 E's of excellence by gaining input from customers, employees, and stakeholders with an interest in GRDA. Under this vanguard, we strive to be a good steward of the natural resources under our control while also working to improve the quality of life for everyone who utilizes these resources. As a cost of service agency, we are committed to providing low-cost, reliable electric power and related services to our customers, as well as being responsive to the interests of public power users, the communities we serve, and the people of the state of Oklahoma. As a state governmental agency that relies on cost of service rates rather than profits, GRDA fully understands our mission to be firmly dedicated in being an economic development engine for Oklahoma and across the 4-state region. This video was created as a tool to provide an introduction to GRDA as we begin the relicensing process with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. This independent agency regulates the interstate transmission of natural gas, oil, and electricity. FERC also certifies natural gas and licenses hydropower projects. As we are approaching the end of the license term at the Pensacola project, the Commission, under the Federal Power Act, is responsible for conducting a thorough review of the project, including economic, environmental, recreational, and other benefits, ultimately issuing a new license for the next 30 to 50 years. On behalf of all of us at GRDA, we look forward to working with Commission staff, our partners at state and federal agencies, Native American tribes, local governments, and all stakeholders during this relicensing process. Thank you for being with us today and for your participation.
Pensacola Dam, which created Grand Lakes O' the Cherokees, is the longest continuous multi-arch dam in the world and has been listed on the National Register of Historic Places since 2003. It is comprised of a 5,950-foot long reinforced concrete main dam structure with floodgates located on its east end. Additionally, floodgates are also located further east as part of auxiliary spillways. Below the dam, the spillway channel is approximately 1.5 miles long and 850 feet wide. The powerhouse, located on the west end of the dam, is a multi-story concrete structure housing 6 hydroelectric turbine generators, each with a generation capacity of 20 megawatts. Grand Lake offers 46,500 surface acres of water, surrounded by over 1,000 miles of scenic shoreline. With exceptional recreational facilities, 5 state parks around a scenic shoreline, Grand Lake is a highly desirable destination, attracting a large number of visitors each and every year throughout the region. A recent Oklahoma Tourism Research Department study found that for every dollar spent on tourism marketing of Grand Lake, $7 was returned to the state in the form of state and local tax revenues generated through increased visitor spending. Grand Lake is also a world-class destination for fishing. Anglers come from near and far for a wide variety of fish. Grand Lake has enjoyed the recognition and benefits in hosting the Bassmaster Classic in 2013 and 2016, and plans are underway to host again soon. GRDA received its current 30-year FERC license for the Pensacola project in 1992. While the license is effective until 2022, relicensing can be a lengthy process, and the Federal Power Act requires the license application be filed with FERC 2 years prior to license expiration. The entire relicensing process can take several years to complete. Relicensing is a collaborative approach between FERC, GRDA, state and federal agencies, tribal governments, municipalities, and other stakeholders to evaluate the resource areas associated with the Pensacola project. The entire process will be driven by FERC regulatory and statutory deadlines for the distribution of documents, conducting meetings, performing studies, and providing comments during the process. The integrated licensing process for the Pensacola project began on February 1, 2017, when GRDA filed its Notice of Intent and a pre-application document for the license. After a pause in the process in early 2017, caused by the departure of several FERC commissioners and a loss of quorum, FERC on August 24, 2017, issued a revised process plan and schedule for relicensing, followed by the issuance of Scoping Document 1 on January 12, 2018. GRDA has proposed several studies in the pre-application document, including a comprehensive operations and hydraulic model, a cultural resources background survey, and a recreational facilities inventory and use survey. GRDA continues to comply with all requirements under its existing license, such as management plans for recreation, shoreline and vegetation management, as well as a dissolved oxygen monitoring and compliance plan. The existing FERC requirements help the Grand River Dam Authority continue to balance the interests of all stakeholders, managing the hydroelectric operations of the Pensacola Dam and its role as a good steward of natural resources under its control. The Grand River Dam Authority's stewardship role began in 1935, when the Oklahoma legislature created it as a conservation and reclamation district for the waters of the Grand River. The legislature created the new state agency for building dams along the Grand River for the purpose of hydroelectric production and flood control. Even before the dam's completion, GRDA's investment in the area was providing an economic boost during the darkest days of the Great Depression. This economic prosperity has continued ever since. According to numbers from the Oklahoma Department of Commerce study, in the 10 years after Pensacola Dam was completed in 1940, the region's population grew over 8%, compared to a 5% decline experienced by Oklahoma's other non-metro counties over the same period of time. Between 1940 and 2010, the region around Grand Lake and its sister lake, Lake Hudson, hosted a 33% population growth rate. Comparatively, Oklahoma's non-metro counties experienced virtually no population growth over that same period of time. In the same Oklahoma Department of Commerce study, GRDA's investments, operations, quality of life enhancements, and power cost were estimated to facilitate an annual economic impact of $840 to $850 million in the state's economy each year. At the same time, GRDA supported more than 7,000 jobs in the region. Since Grand Lake's creation in 1940, it has served as a foundation for the thriving recreation and tourism industry, supporting a broad tax base all around the highly developed scenic shoreline. Studies have shown that the land values around the Pensacola project are often greater than anywhere else in the state. Agricultural land values in the counties where Grand Lake is located have increased anywhere from 25% to 58% between the periods of 2004 to 2006 and 2013 to 2015. Ultimately, the economic engine of the Pensacola project boosts the economies and communities across northeast Oklahoma and beyond the borders of Oklahoma, extending into surrounding states. Under Section 7 of the Flood Control Act of 1944, Congress empowered the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to take exclusive jurisdiction over flood control at the Pensacola project. Under this authority, the Corps manages flood control within the Grand Neosho Watershed, extending downstream to the Arkansas River Basin through a series of dams and reservoirs. In discharging the immense responsibility, the Corps must balance the flows and needs of many communities in a diverse and complex river system. The Pensacola project serves as an important water supply facility, providing low-cost raw water to several municipalities and rural water districts to further enhance economic growth and development across the area. GRDA recognizes much of that development and success, as well as support for balancing stakeholder interest, is dependent upon water quality. Because Oklahoma only encompasses approximately 9% of the Grand River Watershed, GRDA has built cooperative relationships across state lines to facilitate communications and efficient utilization of all resources and knowledge necessary to accomplish its conservation and restoration goals for the Grand River. GRDA's comprehensive water quality monitoring program, operated at no cost to Oklahoma taxpayers, plays a critical role in this conservation effort. To help support all these benefits and programs, GRDA spends approximately $11 million annually on lake operations, shoreline preservation and enhancement, water quality, law enforcement, and administration.
All of this is done by GRDA through sales to our electric customers and at no cost to Oklahoma taxpayers.
With an 80-plus year proven track record, the Grand River Dam Authority is proud of its past while focusing on the future. As GRDA moves forward into a new era of power production that not only includes hydroelectricity, but also coal, renewable wind energy, and the most efficient combined cycle natural gas plant in the world, GRDA is an Oklahoma agency of excellence and is committed to continuing that reputation. We ensure we are meeting our performance goals and mission by focusing on our 5 E's of excellence. Electricity. We will produce low-cost, reliable electricity for our customers. GRDA has been generating electricity since the first megawatt was produced at Pensacola Dam over 75 years ago. Today, we do it in many different ways, but the result is still the same: reliable power for Oklahoma. Economic development. We will support economic growth and quality of life enhancements in Oklahoma. From the very first jobs created during construction of the Pensacola Dam to the nearly 7,000 jobs that GRDA's existence supports in the Oklahoma economy today, we understand our role as an economic development engine for Oklahoma. Environmental stewardship. We will practice environmental awareness and promote conservation and reclamation of the natural resources under our control. This has been GRDA's responsibility from the very beginning. We understand that caring for the valuable natural resources under our control is important not only for our mission, but for all of Oklahoma. Employees. We will be a diverse and energetic workforce working together in a safe environment and treating each other with dignity and respect. Our workforce is comprised of 500 plus Oklahomans who are dedicated to the 24/7, 365 mission of GRDA. Round the clock, they put their skills and experience to work for the people of the state of Oklahoma. And efficiency. We will operate in the most efficient manner possible to benefit our ratepayers and the people of Oklahoma. Each day our workforce of 500 plus Oklahomans embraces the pillars of the 5 E's in meeting our mission and goals. Be it on the lake, along the power lines, in the control room, by the river, in the laboratory, in the customer community, in the maintenance shop, and at hundreds of other locations all across the vast service area that we have. GRDA always welcomes comments and feedback from those we serve to ensure we are meeting these goals. Every task, every decision, every project, every opportunity and challenge is framed with these goals in mind. Thank you for your attendance at this meeting as we continue this important process.